discrimination rather than religious liberty.
A couple comments, if I may. First, I think everyone on this stage and everyone in the audience as well would agree the government should not discriminate. And when government discriminates in the bestowal of benefits or in how it treats its citizens, that's a problem. That's a different issue than the definition of marriage. And what the Supreme Court did was say, we are going to decide what the definition of marriage is. It is also true that I think there has been this reinterpretation, if you will, of many aspects of the Constitution. Our founders, as Marco so eloquently said, believed that the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, the right to fulfill your potential, the right to find and use your God-given gifts came from God and could not be taken away by man or government. The Constitution was written in no small measure as a prevention of the abuse of power by government. So many will say the Constitution guarantees this right, this right, this right. It guarantees some rights, very basic rights, but fundamentally, the Constitution enumerates powers of government to prevent the abuse of power by government.
Have you been discriminated against?
RFRA in Indiana, I actually stood up and defended that law vocally and castigated some of my fellow technology CEOs who had the arrogance to say that they were going to boycott selling their products in Indiana. My comment publicly was, really, I don't see you boycotting the selling of your products to China or Saudi Arabia or Iran, where all manner of human rights are discriminated against day after day. I believe RFRA was misinterpreted by the media and by many to say that RFRA permits discrimination. No, RFRA does not permit discrimination. RFRA protects the exercise of religious liberty. And unfortunately, we have reached a point in our nation's history where we need to protect people's ability to exercise their religious liberty from both the federal government and state governments, which is why I support state RFRA laws. And remember that we are right now witnessing the Supreme Court taking on a decision where the federal government is attacking the Little Sisters of the Poor's ability to exercise their religious liberty. This is not a theoretical threat in this nation. It is a real threat.
Have you been discriminated against in your career?
Not in terms of how benefits are bestowed, no. Let us be honest. People have biases. People have biases. Has it on occasions in my life been more difficult for me because people assumed I was a woman in a man's world and therefore I was less competent? Perhaps. But that is not the same as being discriminated against by government.